We're
so good. Yes, we're good. We're so good. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. We are live. Welcome to the chat. I want to know who's here. Welcome, Washing Real Estate. This is the Reset Mindset series. I'm DeeJae. We got D-Roo. We got James.
Howdy.
We got our wonderful guest today, special guest Michael Ray. We're going to be having our wonderful topic of giving, no strings attached. No strings attached. We give, okay? We give with our heart. So lots of questions to cover. How do we find joy? Why do we give? Can we give without money? Are you open to receiving and giving? So we have a lot to talk about. I'm so excited. Everyone's here. Chat. I can't wait to see who comes into the chat. All right, D-Roo. All right, James, you coming in? James,
yeah, I'm going to chime in. You know, I just want to say a quick thing. You know, I first heard of Michael Ray through Darren, and I have to say, you know, I'm fairly new to LinkedIn and a lot of these platforms, and I will tell you what, Michael touched something in me that just, no matter what I'm doing, it's like writing comments, right? Anytime he pops into my head, I'm smiling, and it's hard to find people like that. This guy is nothing. I'm psyched out about today. I mean, I told my wife, I said, this is the day where I'm in my head today, because this is cool.
Man, y'all gonna make me cry, man.
I'm super excited, man. I just can't believe it. But you know, I've got to.
You know what, James? I got to tell you. Well, why don't you want to tell the first story? You want me to just? There's something I wanted to pick a bone with. I like, Michael, like you talk about people being fans of you and people watch you, and then later on you get a comment months down the road from them and how you feel blessed by that. But what I want to say is I watch you giving day in, day out, loving hugely. You know, you have a daughter with special needs, which gives you an additional sense of empathy that so many of this world will never get to taste. And you're just out there bear hugging the world. And here's the disconnect. I love that, but I'm a little pissed that I don't see a following of people saying, why, you know, like a $5 cup of coffee, a $25 lunch. If I'm having a bad day, you know, why don't I do something about it outside of myself? And I know that you don't get enough people reaching across the table and going, you are important. What they do is they reach across the table and go, I love what you're doing, Michael. Bam. Dead silence. Ooh. Nothing. What I want from anybody watching today is embrace Michael. Listen to what he's saying. He's doing something differently, and you can too. It doesn't take a lot, and you will feel better than you did last year. So I'm done being a little bit edgy and like I'm irritated about it. Okay, because the first thing is more people need to live outside themselves, but bigger. Michael's doing what most people will never dare to do, and they watch him on LinkedIn and they click like. If you're on there saying, I like what you're doing, Michael, give him a $5 bill and watch what he does with that $5 bill. Watch what he does with $100 bill. And if you got 10 grand, see what happens. The guy's flying around the world to just hug people and spread joy. And there are no strings attached once you get to know the guy. So anyway, I'm done. I'm done.
Wait, that's an intro right there.
Man, I want to give you a hug, baby.
Let's go. Welcome, Michael. Welcome. That is an introduction. Welcome.
Michael, tell us about yourself, man. Cheers.
I got water.
Hey, it is happy hour here in the great state of Kentucky. It's 5:35 on the East Coast. So cheers. Tell me about myself, for the love of God. I mean, where do you start? That's like one of those interview questions in which you turn to the person and like it's subjective. I'm like, what do you want to know about me?
What's important to you today, man? Like today is different than it was last year.
I got asked a question recently. I was on a live with Peter Clark, and it really sums it up. He asked these random questions, and one of the questions he asked me was, I love my life because people. Mm-hmm. I find such joy and happiness in my life, primarily of what my daughter has taught me. And I have quiet moments with her because when you don't talk, I tell people it's like, you know, Sasquatch is the world champion hide and seek, dude. Well, Maddie is the world champion at keeping secrets, because when you can't talk, you can tell her anything and she can't repeat it to the world. But that little girl has, I've evolved as a man and a father from the lessons I've learned in the hardships and challenges and what she has taught me. And there is such infinite joy and happiness that can be found in people.
Yeah.
Just in people. And what I appreciate those things you said about me. And when you talk about giving with no strings attached, what I really try to impress upon people is that 99% of what I do is not on camera.
Yeah.
It's what I tell people how to live their lives. It's, I give gift cards and balloons and all that beautiful stuff, but it's the things we do where there's not money involved.
Yeah.
And that's where that intersection in my life was, when there was an absolute complete stranger at a drive-through that made me feel good in that moment. And I really took those two things, how I came out of the shit show of life, with my daughter, and the beauty of the nonverbal smile and making me feel loved, in marrying that with a stranger who just in a 30-second interaction made me smile, made me feel good, made me cry. So it is all of those nonverbal things, as I tell people, as we navigate our daily lives. We encounter strangers everywhere, the gas station, the grocery store, at Starbucks, no matter where you are, we're intersecting. And sometimes it's these nonverbal things. I walked out of the grocery store. I told someone this morning. I walked out of the grocery store and there was this lady getting ready to come in. I had just taken my mask off. She looked to be in her mid-60s. And I looked at her and I said, "What's up, girl?" And she looked at me like I had three heads, but she started laughing. That was it.
It's so great.
You got to process.
So
but
good.
again, it's just the simplicity of times. There's nothing more, but it's those simple things. I tell people when I roll through the grocery store in places where people have name tags, I use their name. I personalize it and give people high fives, and just, again, small things. It's all of those things that we can do that don't even cost $1. But ultimately, I think what I have found through the course of my work, people see the kindness, but it didn't start with kindness. I say that because I wasn't giving gift cards and balloons and all that kind of stuff, but yet I was giving love and kindness through taking pictures with people smiling. And I felt such joy coming back as I was still facing adversity in life. And in these short moments, I felt alive. And as I've taken people with me now, when I've done this in different states and even locally, people have turned to me after we've done it and they're like, it's like a drug. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Because giving gives you this amazing feeling, especially when you can give, as you guys said, there's no strings attached to it. It just opens up your heart and has that ability to love people. And then when you give unconditionally to people who are going through struggles in life, man, it's emotional at times. And that's probably was one of the greatest challenges that I faced in the work that I did, in which I made that decision going, this shit doesn't stop, man, just because of COVID. We just got to find out more creative ways to do it. But when you're in that moment and COVID exists and people are crying, man, human nature means bring it in, baby. I mean, bring it in and let's hug it out.
Michael, was there a shift in you that at some point you changed, and were you always this way? Did you see your parents give this way? Where did this come from?
No, look, I came from a solid background. My father worked 32 years for the FBI. My mother was a stay-at-home mom. I was the oldest of 7 kids. But I've always had a big heart. I know that about me. I've always had this level of energy. But what happens sometimes is when we do go through, and for me and anybody listening who doesn't know, dealing with a special needs daughter who can't talk. And, most people don't know. I mean, Maddie had heart surgeries. He had feeding issues. And then when I was really on top of the world professionally, I lost a son. I had identical twin boys. One died. And then months later, the mortgage industry tried, or took a big dump on itself. So my career absolutely fell apart. And then it came financial ruins. My marriage fell apart. Lost my house. In 2012, I almost died from diverticulitis and had emergency surgery. Jeez. And then I found myself in 2014 when I was a mess. I didn't feel like my life had any value. And I had that moment in which I pulled up in front of a church and I was living with my parents. I was like 43 at the time, delivering pizzas full time. So I went from a dude making $200,000-300 grand a year living in a big house in the mortgage industry. I was broke. Mm-hmm. Living in a room at your parents' house, delivering pizzas. And I'm like, why live? But I sat in my car for over an hour crying, didn't have the courage to go in, but it was a God moment in which I was like, this is not how it's supposed to end. And I'd been taking antidepressants at that point for probably over 8 years, but then I said, I'm going to start the process in fixing me.
Wow.
In doing some of the things. So when I get asked that question, there are probably a lot of moments, when we want to fix ourselves and we want to create that mindset of positivity and things. It's not like we think about it on Friday afternoon and then come Monday, we're this insanely positive, it takes a lot. And then when we're faced with, challenges and hardships, it's still having the ability to think positively and smile through it. And that's why I tell people a lot of times, we smile because life is hard. Even still for me today, it's not easy, but it's a choice. We're now making choices. So when I was still professionally going through those challenges, I think my mind was ready when I went through a Wendy's drive-through and felt the calling to do something bigger. And I tell people, most people don't, when they have that calling, they don't think they can create enough change. Mm-hmm. And they don't do anything, whether it's within themselves and the impression that they can make on people. So when I went through that Wendy's drive-through in 2018, it was different. It was different. And I took, and I don't share this often, but I'm going to pull it up here. It started with pictures. That was the very first picture I took at the Wendy's drive-thru with the girl after I got done crying.
Wow.
But I never knew what it meant until a couple of days later, I took a picture with somebody else. And it was pictures that brought me alive. And I never knew the who, where, the what, the when, and the why. And then all of a sudden, the picture started evolving because then I started asking the people who I was with to tell me something amazing about you. So I wasn't just sharing a picture of me and DeeJae. I was going, I'm with DeeJae today, and I'm here at Starbucks, and this is what's amazing about DeeJae. And I started sharing them on Facebook, and it started resonating. Until I did that for literally about a year and a half. And then I had an epiphany, and I was like, holy shit, what would it be like if I decided to do a random act of kindness to make someone smile? And then I was like, where would I go? What would I do? And I decided to go to a grocery store in the inner city of Louisville. I had my son with me, a couple other people who wanted to volunteer. We were walking the aisles of Kroger's. We had a gift card to give away. We walked down. We did it. It was amazing in the moment. We felt such insane happiness and joy from it. And just like you said earlier, 3 weeks later, she sent me a message. She said, I just want to tell you what it meant to me We were living house to house, struggling at times, finding ways to eat. And it was as if an angel that day walked down that aisle. I can't thank you enough. So many times in doing that, then as we did it at first so intentionally, the first 5 or 6, I just kept putting myself out there and finding random people. And I often said, just like the pictures, I never really knew the who, the where, the what, the when, the why. I would go somewhere and I found the right people. Until, again, sharing them just on Facebook, my LinkedIn journey hadn't even started yet, until somebody reached out to me and said, what if I tell you about somebody that needs to smile? And I was like, what? And they shared the story with me about a 28-year-old school teacher who was battling cancer. And I was like, this is brilliant. And that's really where then it started to evolve, and people locally pushed me to get on LinkedIn, and I started sharing what I was doing on LinkedIn.
That is incredible.
Yeah. What do you say? There's so many things.
What I love about that, Darren and I talk about this all the time. These changes started within you. It was a heart change. It was when you decided there's more. This isn't it, and that's a big difference. I mean, that makes an impact on you, and then you get to go make the impact you're making on others, and it helps. It frames a lot of things in my mind, because I mean, I can't tell you how much we appreciate understanding that about you, Michael, because you're so genuine. That was my point in the opening. I mean, I just like, there's something there that's just beyond amazing. It's even hard to put words to, but that makes tons of sense. Cause I know when Darren and I've had this conversation through things in our lives, and there's plenty of highs and lows, and boy, that's the point. You have to seek it. And that's what you did. Incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is just spectacular.
No, you know, and more often than not, it's always just reinforced, because as I've continued to do them, you know, everywhere, it's always like, I just keep getting it right. And it's not about it, but when people reach out to me, or I find someone randomly, it's just like, I have a phrase that I say, and it goes back to, you just can't make this shit up. I'm like, for the love of God, I'm like, there's no way. You know, I did one recently in California to where I went for the daughter. I get invited inside, and I think I was there for the father who had a stroke. I'm 2,000 miles away from home, and all of a sudden he's in his mid-80s, and we're both from Cleveland. And it's like, in my mind going, I'm not here for the daughter. I'm here.
He was the weightlifter guy, right?
Yes. I'm like, again, you can't make it up. I'm like, there's no way. He came I spent almost an hour in that guy's kitchen talking to him, but he came so alive. He's, you know, recovering from a stroke. And I'm like, I'm here for him.
Wow.
Just because I get invited in.
Well,
or whether I'm in Venice Beach by myself, walking up and down, going, you know, one morning when I'm going to find a homeless dude, and I'm walking around for 30 minutes. And I finally find this one dude, and I watched him for like 10 minutes. His name was Bill, and he looked to be in his mid to late 60s. He was laying in the sand, and I was fascinated because he was reading. And I'm like, I think this is my guy. And as I walk over to him, and then I do it, and I give him the gift card. He's trying to process it. He turns to me and he goes, can I buy a cup of coffee in the New York Times with this?
Wow. It's a little
and I'm like, I got it right. I'm like, there's no, again, I'm like, yeah, brother. I'm like, get a damn bagel sandwich. I mean, yes.
Talk to us. I was going to say, DeeJae, go ahead, because
we have to give love to the chat. We haven't given any love to the chat at all.
You're absolutely right. We have
there's so much buzz today.
So much, and we have a special guest waiting, so we have to keep it moving.
Okay. Do it.
Okay. So I'm like, let's bring the guest out, and then we can do this together. Okay. All right. Let's bring out this amazing, wonderful, huge supporter of Mr. Michael, best friends, see them together all the time. It's a beautiful thing to see how wonderful and how hard she supports. So let's bring out the superstar. Oh,
wait, no, this is the wrong Michael. Sorry, you guys got me the wrong line. I don't know who that dude is.
Awkward. No, this is so good. Okay, we're gonna do it like this that way because we're gonna say hi to the chat. Raquel, thank you for being here. It's so
thank you, Raquel.
You got all made up for this, man. I'm used to like.
I got all grown up. Usually, I look like shit.
Where's your hoodie,
Michael?
This is too wonderful. This is so nice. But yes, we have a lot of people. Everyone's happy to see. So we've had Dorothy here. David. I know. We got to give love to Dorothy. She was here, our guest last week.
She was our guest last week. Amazing.
Fantastic. Amazing.
She just got her LinkedIn Live today.
Yay,
so congrats, Dorothy. We're excited to see what's coming. So maybe some poetry workshops. I don't know.
Oh, that's going to be good. So yes, we have to give her some love. She's been here in the chat all afternoon with us. She's got a lot of big things coming up. Anna Marie is here. Oh my goodness. And Dorothy has a question. So we're going to answer Dorothy's question. Dave English. So
my man, D-Roo, that guy, I need to give him a madman hug. I love him.
He's a big supporter.
Yes, Gabe's here. I know that.
Gabe. What's up, brother?
It's not a party. It's not a tornado without Gabe coming through. So hey, if you need it, no, I'm not even gonna throw you the link, my friend. Krista's here. Krista's here. I know. Anybody else that I missed? G's here. We wanted to say hi to G. I know we love G. Raquel's here. I know. Raquel is here. I've got the wheel for our giveaways. We're not going to let that giveaway get away. So I know eventually we're going to have to pass that, but we said hi to the chat. Raquel's here. All right.
So we brought Raquel, Michael, for a reason because one of my questions for you we didn't get to was how do you keep doing this when how do you keep filling your tank day in and day out? And I happen to know behind LinkedIn, you have real community, and Raquel's part of that. So she's here because we love you. She loves you. We're all here to support you. And and my wife is yelling. She loves you too.
Yes,
Stacy. Such a supporter.
Mrs. Sprinkles, baby.
That's it. That's her. So thank you, Raquel, for coming. You're a supporter and you help uplift him. And I see it happen when you guys are out and together and doing posts and community is really what I see on the outside of, I think that's the answer to give. How can you give if you don't have? Well, if you have community, you have something to give, right? If James and I hang out together, even if we had no money, we could sit with someone and love on them. I mean, you happen to have a moment in time at a Wendy's drive-through where you felt outside of yourself. I need more people in my bubble. I get highs and lows a little too much. And so I have a real small community I keep with me tight. And that's James. That's a huge part of this and my wife. And so I wanted Raquel to be here just so you knew, man, that we recognize like you're this very complex guy. You're not running around just for no reason. Like there is very complex things happening and we want to be a part of the movement, man. We want to be behind you, pushing you forward. So, hey, what's up, Teresa?
Teresa's here.
Hello, Teresa.
But thank you
Horse.
for coming, Raquel. Do you say a couple things about Michael if you want? I'm going to shut up.
Sure. Is this like a roast or is
yes, now it's a roast.
Does it want it to be? No. It is
Michael
what it is.
Yeah, Michael and I are we have a relationship, a friendship now, like brother, sister, where we have a lot of stuff on each other at this point, and a lot of screenshots, which Michael loves to share. Michael, he knows that like when we first had our phone call last year in March, I reached out to him because I was like, dude, you're on my freaking feet all the time. I don't know. What do you do? And we had a 45-minute conversation. And it was like, from that moment, I just knew. It was like we were kindred spirits. Like there was something. And we just like full force. And for what's really special for me is that I know his family too now. Like his girlfriend Molly and I, we'll talk, we'll FaceTime. She'll be like, "Can you tell Michael because he won't listen to me?" So I'm like the other nag, right? Like I'm like, poor guy. He doesn't just have one chick like in his ear. Now he's got me too. And then his kids. I don't know. It's so special. Like it's so hard to describe. It really is. I just feel like super blessed and with what he's doing. And so I get really protective too. So it's just like Darren was at the beginning. Like I get pissed off sometimes. I'm not going to lie. Like I'm going to be everyone knows I'm very honest and very transparent. And yes, I get pissed off because everybody's like, Michael, be on my podcast, be on this, do that. Right. And I'm always like, did anybody donate? He's like, I didn't see it. And I start taking it personally because that's my brother, right? And I love what he does and everybody loves what he does. But let's be real. He can't keep doing it out of pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and so for me, it's just like, that's where it, just like Darren said, $5, a cup of coffee of something. And just to know that like you're doing something to bring a smile to someone's face and you just never know how they're going to pay it forward. Like it is a movement and it really doesn't take much. And so that's like just the frustrating part. And so Michael, we have our moments, like, just like you said, like we're both of us, everyone thinks we're all smiles all the time and everything's like, yeah, but Michael have had where we both have cried to each other. And I hope he doesn't mind me saying that, but he's cried in public. So it's okay that he cries to me. But yeah, there are times where I FaceTime and I can tell him like, what's going on. He's like, it's tough. He's like, I love what I'm doing, but I don't know if it's hard to sustain this. It's hard to, and I get it because I'm trying to do the same thing and monetize and it's tough, right? It's like when people really are doing something for the right reasons and putting their whole heart into it, but yet they're not able to continue to do it because of freaking money. It's like, you know what I mean? So that's where, but other than that, like, he is the real deal. When we met for the first time, it just solidified everything because it could have been a total disappointment on both our ends. He could have met me and been like, wow, okay, yeah, never mind. It could have been the same with him, but no, it just solidified like, yes, we're taking each other to the grave,
Ooh.
So, yeah, like I told him, I'm
nice.
Stuck with me.
Dave English seems he wants a piece of that.
We have 1 minute left, guys.
Hey,
what are we going to do here?
Oh, shit.
1 minute left. Are we going to roll to the green room? What are we doing? We close out the show?
We should.
You guys, but hey, donate. Like seriously, like, do you have the thing on the bottom? Like,
we're not really closing the show.
Yeah, we're not really closing the show.
Yeah, it's too much. There's too much excitement today. We can't. Yeah,
too much.
What's the question from Dorothy? Someone, I keep missing it. I'm not focusing. There's so much being said. I'm not even looking.
Okay. So
when it's hard, read that, please.
Okay, so for Michael, when it gets hard, how do you get back on track? How do you take care of yourself?
I had a day earlier this week, and sometimes it's music, and I literally walked out of the house. I put my headphones on. I just got back into running, but I hurt my calf, and I literally walked out and walked 4.5 miles in an hour listening to music, and I came back, and I felt like a rock star. I was fine, because sometimes music puts me, so the endorphins, the adrenaline, the oxytocin, all that good shit started flowing, and sometimes the right songs come on with the right words, and I felt great again. So it was like hitting reset. Sometimes it's literally, look, I love bourbon, but I don't drink a shit ton of it. I have a nice pour and a cigar and sit on the deck and listen to music, and life is beautiful. I don't put my faith on people, but that's a big part of it too. And there are times I have those moments too, where I have a good cry and I'm like, God, you mofo, come on, baby. I need you. And I'm okay.
Yeah.
So I challenge him too, a lot of times it doesn't take a hell of a whole lot. But I think the difference, what I found in life, again, it goes back to people and those things. I can hit reset a lot quicker than I did years ago. And I just wallowed in the piss and the negativity and all of it. Woe is me. And you keep looking at other people going, why in the hell is it so damn hard for me? And nobody goes through the same bullshit. But when you get out of that space and then you start looking at what is so beautiful in your life. And again, it was my daughter, Maddie, and people. Just people, and you start finding it. I did some things around the pandemic when it first hit, because I looked at Maddie, I was like, you don't give a rat's ass. You don't understand stress, fear, anxiety. Life is still just good for you because you're just chilling at home with your people. But that's where I think a lot of times we find such joy and happiness, is in the relationships we have. So a lot of times if I was down, I FaceTime Boris, and others. But she was, a lot of times my constant rock. And it's amazing sometimes how God puts people in your life, because I really went through life and I didn't have a lot of female friends. But she is, though, one of those. And thankfully I have a beautiful woman in my life that trusts me and loves me and loves Raquel. So there's not that worry there that, look, I'm a dude. I mean,
you guys know, Michael has no passcode on his phone. No. Like she'll go in and she'll text me from his phone number. Like there's something to be said about that, and I tell
Michael.
I've
often said that is yes, because there's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
I think what I see in Michael is everything's authentic. He's open book. You can look in my phone, you can look in my wallet, you can look in my car. You're going to find the same story over and over again, and that's why people are drawn to you. A lot of people are afraid to live that way. And there you are setting the pace.
I am a blessed man, dude, and I get it. And look, years ago when I went through the shit, I often said, I don't know what it is, but people would talk about that going, God, there's just something about you. You know what? But I like to tell people, and it's what I ask those people at times too, why we all have it. We're all amazing. DJ's got it behind her. You're adored. We all are. Mm-hmm. Find that self-love. And that's what I love, and I know Raquel and I talk about it when I ask people what's amazing about you, and I get a shit ton of different answers, but they're all beautiful because there's no right or wrong. Because it just goes back to feeling good about who you are.
Yeah. Wait, Michael, can I ask you your question that you're always asking people? I was like, I have to do it. I'm like, but I've got to ask. I mean, we see. I'm always pulled into the videos. What is something outside of what people see that they wouldn't know that's amazing about Michael Ray? That would just.
What's amazing about me, outside of the videos? You know what? I'm a huge Metallica fan.
Okay, that's cool. That's good.
Giant. I mean, it goes back to my childhood.
I was a sad
guy. I don't love like all metal, but I love a lot of music. But man, I can get weird and crazy, and I love Metallica, man.
Me too.
I would not let him play that music though. When we were in the car, it was all hip hop, right, Michael?
Yeah, that's the thing, is I can find anything. So when I'm walking, it can go from a country music song that I love to Metallica, to Snoop Dogg, and I love it all.
Yeah. I totally get that. That is cool. That is awesome.
We need to get moving to the music.
And I had a moment when I was in LA a couple of years ago in which I'm a huge Blues Brothers fan, and I found myself in West Hollywood, and I wanted to go to where John Belushi OD'd. And it was the Hotel Marmont in West Hollywood. And I was up in there, and it was like perfect because I was sitting there on a Monday afternoon having cocktails, and I had to take a leak. And I got up, turned around, took about 3 steps. And hopefully I don't offend anybody, but I'm going to keep it really real here. I turned around and I was like, motherfucking Dave Chappelle. And I ran into Chappelle. And I'm like, brother, bring it in, man. I got to get a hug, baby.
Wow.
And I had a moment, and Chappelle took like 10 minutes with me just chopping it up. We took a picture smiling together, and
get out of here.
And those were the only words that came to me in the time when I turned around. I was like, MF from Dave Chappelle.
What else could you say to him? He probably was like, yes, thank you.
That's so great. That is so
but
good.
He didn't invite me into the back room because when I asked the server, I'm like, well, what's going on back there? He's like, oh, that's where they go to smoke.
Man, I love that. I love that. That is special. I mean, it's music is a big part. I mean, Darren and I, after every show, we that's how we go out and let off some steam, right? We just just to release some creative steam, because we're always fired up. We love these things. We love the message. We love the promotion.
He said he wants to smoke with me.
It's
bring it.
I do want to add. Can we tell Michael the surprise that we've got for him?
Yeah.
Is that okay? So, Michael, we're going to do something for you. We're pledging to you that each of us are going to your website. We're each going to get a shirt, and minimum once a month, we're all going to be in those shirts, and we are going to send out nothing but love and promotion of what you do, because it's incredible.
Am I involved?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
No, it's funny. Boris doesn't even have a t-shirt.
If you don't have a t-shirt, you're getting a t-shirt. Absolutely. 100%.
That's like poor Michael. My girlfriend had posted on her Instagram that she got a sticker from Smile Project Louisville. So here I'm thinking that Michael sent it to her. And I go, you little shit. I go, I don't even have a sticker. And he goes, Raquel, she bought it. He goes, I don't have a sticker either. I'm like, oh,
I don't even have a sticker.
I go, yeah. My bad.
I encourage people. I encourage people to go to the website, check it out. I mean, we're doing the drawing today too, but I mean, it's that promotion of what you're doing, which was the whole idea behind this. We wanted you on here so that people understood, number one, the background story. I mean, and that was huge today. I can't thank you enough for that. It's amazing. Get to know you on just a totally different level, but also understand that you need support. And that is something that's so important. And it's a tough thing to ask for, but it's needed. And that's so incredibly important, because what you're doing is nothing. Again, the word amazing doesn't fit, is all I can say. So, DeeJae, are we going to we want to do the spin the wheel now and Darren play some music, and we can do the after hours thing as we wind down, or?
Yeah.
Does that work?
Totally. Yeah, totally. I got the wheel ready. I've been taking names. I've been taking names. So I can go ahead. I'm going to look through the chat, and then I guess.
No hurry. Holler out who else is here. I saw Adam stop by.
Jamal was here too. Jamal Marshall was stopped in. Jamal,
man,
Cheers to that, brother.
Oh my!
I know. He dropped a comment. I popped it up on the thing real quick. Let me see. But yeah,
hold on. I'm gonna call out my boo bear. And
I know. Okay, I know. Jacob here. Jeffrey.
Hey, girlfriend.
Still here.
That wasn't for you, Jeffrey. That was for Jacob.
Oh, Daniel Hall came through.
Daniel, my guy.
D Hall, love that dude. Yeah.
You know what his wife says, Michael? His wife says to him, you got to learn how to listen or see with more than your eyes because of their special needs children. And I think that's the same kind of vision you had. I just had to say that. I love Daniel Hall. I don't want.
Daniel, I had Olivia on.
I was going to say, yes, you had.
Yes.
Yes, she was great. And I just finished recording Simon Parsons' son, Liam.
Oh, really?
Right before I hopped on. Yeah.
How old is Liam?
Liam is 8.
Okay.
I botched it. I was like, are you in Oregon? He's like, where? He goes, I'm in Salt Lake City. I go, are you 10? He's like, I'm 8. And I go, clearly I did not come prepared for this. I'm super professional.
No pre-interview on the 8-year-old?
No, I'm like so unprofessional.
Hey, D Hall, cheers, brother.
Cheers, Daniel.
It's so
I
good.
got water.
Oh, listen with more than your ears. Sorry. Yeah.
It's all right. And then Gabe wants to have a conversation with you there, Jimmy Jamm.
Hey, when I come to Texas in June, I'm giving that sumbitch a madman hug. When I come to Texas, man, I'm going to squeeze that dude so tight.
G, thank you. Aw, you're incredibly awesome too, G. We love G. Everybody else? Anybody else?
That's so good. We appreciate
Natalie.
it.
Hi, Natalie.
Oh,
welcome.
wow, that's kind of random. A Liam who's 8 as well.
Ooh, that's
a
nice.
wink.
All right, I think I got everybody's names. Can we start the first drawing? How many drawings are we having?
We're having 4.
Ooh, I need
4. Yep.
The wheel's gonna get hot. All right, let me
The
see how
wheel's
we.
so cool.
I don't know how to. This way. This. Here we go. Look at that. All right, I think that's good.
Hey, girlfriend!
Who's this?
Did I miss anybody?
I
No, not. Wait, we got to tap. Here we go. Let's just go first.
That's the amazing lady I was talking about.
Amazing.
That one right
there. Oh.
There we go. Okay, we've got Jacob. Yep. So we got the first one. We've got 3 more to go.
What did you win?
Jacob, congrats.
Jacob.
Go on the website, pick something, tell us what you want. We'll order it, send it to you.
Awesome.
I got the link here. Hold on. All right. So we got our first winner. Hold on. Let me just hide that for a second. And then I'm going to get the link to the site. I know I have it here for.
Okay, I'm taking a screenshot to smile, everyone, so I can put on my Instagram. Smile. Michael, smile. Dude.
I know, right?
I have to smile.
All right. We got the shop. I know Michael's got a good shop. Super cute stuff. All right. Let's see if that goes through.
Oh, that's a good one, Michael.
Sorry,
Jimmy wants an
Lincoln.
autographed picture of you. Do the Bruin one with you with the Bruin.
Where does that dude live?
Like Midwest or something, right?
Where in the Midwest?
I don't know.
Jacob, where do you live?
Where do you live,
Give him a
Jacob?
hug.
All right.
Oh, look who just popped on.
Oh,
Travis.
What's up?
I miss you, Travis.
I think I'm gonna have to add him to the wheel. You made it just in time, beast.
You got to emphasize the H.
Oh, he's in St. Louis.
Oh, you beat me to it. There we go. St. Louis.
All right. Oh, that's cool. All right.
That's literally. I'm gonna drive. It's 3.5 hours.
I was
I'm gonna drive
say
more
it's
than
not
fucking
too far
half.
from you.
I want to play guitar with that dude.
Yeah, play that guitar.
4 hours away-ish.
Ish.
Ish.
That's not impossible. That's
3.5 if you drive like me.
Yeah, he's a crazy ass driver. I thought I was gonna freaking die.
Okay, I pretty much have had the names of everyone that's been in the chat, so I'm making sure I didn't forget anybody. And I added the beast node, so we got that. I would love it. Yes.
So
we're gonna hook you up with something. You gotta get a T-shirt.
If I'm not connected with him, tell him to
We gotta
send me
spin
a
that
DM.
wheel 2-3 more times, DJ.
Oh, let's do it. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
They pick whatever they want from the website. And yeah, it's great.
He's gonna come out there. All right. Here we go. Let's just do the second one. Okay. I got Beast Node in there in this one.
So Michael, Darren asked me today, he's like, what's going to be your real estate update? And I said, what? Real estate what? I said, my head is, I said, I am so excited to get into this. I said, there's no update this week.
I don't know real estate.
It's like, no way. No way. That's the whole idea behind this.
Dave English.
Dave English.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't know if I know you, Dave. I'm going to have to reach out and double check my contacts. That's your guy, Michael, right?
Oh, yeah. He's up in
He's
Philly.
a great guy.
Philly. He's been an amazing supporter in donating numerous times.
So great.
Yeah,
All
I love
right.
that guy.
All right.
Awesome.
I gotta fix my wheel here. Good job, Dave.
That's
All
2
right.
down.
It's 2 down.
2 down.
This is separated. Sorry. Let's see. Should I take them off? I feel like if they won, one can win, right? That's fair. Fair to say.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get
All right.
four.
All right.
4 winners. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. I got this. I got you. All right. We fix this. You want to go again? We're gonna spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Again. All right. Let's see. I got it. I fixed my wheel.
I love the digital wheel. It's really
You
cool.
guys
Right?
are the best.
Cool.
Yes, Dave. We're excited to see you in your merch. Want to see some
That's right.
small project Louisville?
We gotta
merch.
model it and do like a GQ pose and
Wait,
We
I
want-
didn't add salty. Wait,
We
what
want
is
posts.
salty?
Yep.
Salty's in there now. Anybody
Ooh,
else I'm
Salty's
missing?
here.
Salty with his eggplants and peaches.
Hey, you know what? I've never done a slider post, but when we all have the shirts, I'm gonna do a slider with everybody.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Let's hit this wheel. We're down to the third winner. This is the third winner. All right. So I fixed the wheel. Great energy. Dorothy, I know you're on there. Let's see if we can get somebody something. Who's next? Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Didn't she just say she had to go to bed?
Bed.
Oh,
Wait.
Oh, no.
Natalie.
Oh, Natalie.
Sorry, Anna. He's asleep.
Congratulations. It's nice to see different people other than Jacob. Jacob, you're always a winner, man. But it's nice to see other people. Jacob went on my wheel. So
Oh, he did? What did he win on yours?
I got a $25 gift card. You know, I was doing a gift card for my solo. So, all right, Natalie. So we need to get her information.
Super cool.
It made me. What? Oh, Adam. Okay, it's not a big.
I know. That's so funny.
You just want to say something.
I made him Irish.
We'll talk about this later, buddy. I'm so sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
Oh, Krista thought she had it. I know.
Oh, Krista, sorry.
Sorry.
There's one more, though, right?
Yeah, there's one more. Okay, let's close that wheel. I think. Okay, so let me take off Miss Natalie because she won, and we want to be fair. And
So hey, I want to give 2 really quick shout outs.
Adam. What do you
So
want?
I have had 2 people donate.
Yay!
Wow.
So Dorothy,
You can tell.
Dorothy,
Thank you, Dorothy.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dorothy.
and your gorgeous wife, Stacy did.
Yeah. Thank you, baby. Love ya.
Yes, I will be giving also my contribution. I usually do get. I think I've donated twice throughout the year here and there. And if you would have met, it would have
DeeJae.
been the
Yes,
third
you
time.
have. You have.
Yeah, well, this
Oh,
April
yes.
when I donated said not.
I
Okay,
love-
so this is so I donated money once, and Michael, the little shit, sent it back to me, adding $1 on it. And then I think we were gonna do, and then but he was like, I'm not.
I was like, look, biatch, you're struggling too. I'm not taking your money.
And then he's like, and I'm gonna give you $1 on top of that. I was like, how did it turn out that now you gave me money?
That is so funny. Okay, he's a Scot. Well, I changed your name, buddy, to McFluffy. Okay, hopefully that'll work. Oh, I got a night helmet in honor of that medieval stuff we were doing. So I'll talk
I missed that show.
Yeah. And he's going to be streaming something Sunday. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see if Gabe wins. I had to fix it. Gabe will win. All right. We're ready. Is this the last winner? We're coming up on our, like,
this is it.
This is it.
Yeah,
All right.
sexy man beast.
No, not Fluffy. Oh, hope that wasn't a trigger. Sorry.
Oh, no.
He's in a corner curled up right now in the fetal position, like the crying game.
Oh, it's a term of endearment here. It's a term of endearment for you, my friend. Okay, here we go. Let's spin. Let's spin. This is it. Last winner. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see the merch, merch posts. Oh, wait. No. That's David E, right? Peter. Peter, okay.
Peter, excellent.
My dude, Peter Clark.
That is a wonderful winner. We love Peter.
He's up in Calgary.
Are these things as exciting to the world as it is to me? I could just watch giveaways all day. I'm like, I love this. I'm not even getting anything. I'm like, yeah. I don't even know these people. This is great.
Look, I don't have any plans for the rest of the night. I can sit here all day long and just see the wheel spin and get like super entertained.
Yes.
And just to remind the winners, they go to the website, pick out whatever they want. There's t-shirts, there's sweatshirts. There's a lot of items on that website, and it's great because you can also go through and read Michael's story, and it's a great website.
And I'll give some straight credit.
Hannah did it, right? Hannah,
my oldest daughter, Hannah, who's 24, did it all. She designed it all.
It's a great website. Yeah. And the donation is right there too. So, thank you to everybody. It was just great, just great. That was
not as exciting to the whole world. She gets me, y'all. She gets me.
That is so sweet. Okay, well, we definitely got to get to the final question about the song of the week. Cannot forget that.
This is important.
Take it away, DeeJae. Lead the way.
Lead the way. My song of the week. Oh boy. All right. Let's do this. My song of the week. I think I'm gonna go with, and it is to take it away and you leave me. What was it that I've been listening to? Oh my God, you put me on the spot. And now
bounce it to someone else.
No,
Michael.
Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, there we go. Which one?
Killing in the Name.
Oh, this. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome music. Awesome song.
Gabe's already put in songs in the chat.
Great. Yes.
Rage Against the Machine.
And Gabe too is like Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa.
So I'm sorry. Yeah, I had it ready. I'm like, I knew my song, been listening to it, feeling it.
Awesome. That is good. And how about Raquel? What's your song of the week?
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yes, do it.
That's our close. So,
okay. Well, then, can you go to Michael first? And
you can go to your phone. It's okay to go to your phone. Yeah. So, Michael, what's your song of the week?
I'm going to give it to Gabe. Let's go to Levitating by Dua Lipa.
Okay.
But you didn't say that. He said We're Good by Dua Lipa. Wrong song.
All right, now play it, baby. Get it.
Hey, it's all right. It works. It's all right. Okay, Stacy shared her song. Sorry, Stacy, we didn't cover it last week. The Genuine Pony.
Okay, I got a song. I've been digging this song lately. Miley Cyrus's Midnight Sky, where it kind of samples like Fleetwood Mac, kind of that vibe. But yeah, that's my song.
What's it called?
Very cool.
Midnight Sky, Miley Cyrus. It's cool. It's got like a Fleetwoody vibe to it. I think
been listening to a lot of Fleetwood lately, thanks to James,
that's
but I don't know her.
Latest, inspiration. So
nice.
That's mine.
How about Darren?
Mine is Bunny Wailer, Quit Trying.
Okay.
Bunny, never heard of it.
I know. You got to look it up. And it's amazing because he's amazing.
Homework.
He's an old school reggae guy, like as old as Bob Marley would be now. He's probably 70, 80 years old, and he's like all about love and smoking weed and playing music. And Quit Trying is about being yourself and no longer being like what the world wants you to act like. Be true to yourself, and like that's where your living starts. Love the song.
Nick's sharing his song, Operation Ground.
Hey, let me play this real quick because I went to Indy recently to do some things, and I didn't realize Babyface was from Indy. And as I was driving into Indy, there was a sign like Babyface. Wow. And when I pulled up some of his old stuff, there was like this badass, cool jazz version of For the Cool in You.
I know you sent it to me.
Ooh, Vera Lynn.
I was like, I need to make love to this song. Or this version. It just, he slows it down, very little lyrics.
Michael's feeling himself right now.
Stacy's feeling
it like 100 times. I'm like,
turn your head.
Friday.
Let's have a moment. We'll give you some privacy.
But that's what music can do for us.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, just drink that. It's just a totally different version I'd never heard. And I'm like, oh, this is so soulful.
Yeah. I went with an oldie. I had two songs this week, but I narrowed it down to one, and it's the same artist. But this song, it represents. I'm married to my high school sweetheart, and so every time I hear this song, it drives her because it was 5:30 in the morning. I have my earpods on, and I'm dancing. She's like, "Oh boy," and I'm in the groove, and I'm in the kitchen just flying high. And it's "Take Me With You" by Prince. And it's an amazing song that just like it doesn't matter what we're doing as long as we're together. And it's just it's a guilty pleasure song for me because it's just like, yeah, that just rekindles that, it's always there, but it just intensifies it, for me. And it's the power of music. It's just amazing. So yeah, it's great. So
absolutely
awesome. Can't thank you guys enough for both of you for stopping by.
Hi, Olivia. I say hi to her back.
So cool.
Yeah.
And
where is she?
Yeah, no, he was saying that Olivia says hi instead of old.
Hi.
Oh, so cool.
So I was like, hi, Olivia.
Yeah. But Michael, thank you so much. Just incredible what you do. Know that we're going to be right behind you, supporting you and pushing that. People understand that it's so important they support you, and we're going to take that on from our side too on the Reset Mindset series. And just such an incredible message, so genuine. I've honestly, just even like I said today in my comment to a post, I just to put your name, I just smile. And we have to recognize and support people that do that in our lives because, as we've talked about here today, it's important. I mean, it's that support end is we need it, and you've got community, and that's wonderful. But it also takes those donations. So let's continue.
So let me leave everybody with this, and I've said this 1,000 times now. But it comes back to this. It always does. And Raquel's heard it 1,000 times. People will forget what you said. They will forget what you did. But they won't forget how you made them feel.
Yeah, 100%.
That's all it is I do for people. And that's what I tell people is to go make someone feel loved. It's that easy.
Yeah. Incredible.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much. Seriously, dude.
I was going to cry for a minute.
Do it. Cry, man. Like you impact and you put your ass on the line, dude. That's why.
And I'll tell you this, if you're able to be in that moment with him, that's when it really, you're like, damn. And not only that, you realize it's not easy going up to a stranger and doing that. Like it is, but it's not. Like you're in public, you have people seeing you. Like I myself are like, God, I can't believe he does this, because it is kind of it's not as easy, like I said. And
I was in a mall in Miami with Jonathan Palmer, who's like this influencer on LinkedIn, and we did one together, and we walked away, and he turned to me and he goes, dude, that's a fucking drug. That's amazing. Let's go do another one. Wow. Because it is the joy
but
of
have him do it. Like you go and pick the person, because that's where it gets a little like, I don't know who to pick. But yeah, like when you're in it, it is like a drug. Like I did 2 of them with Michael. I would have did more if I could, but I only had the opportunity to do 2. But it is like the most incredible feeling. And so yeah, like just I don't know. I love you.
Just an incredible show. Thank you guys so much for stopping by.
Yes,
absolutely. And DeeJae, thanks so much. Thanks for hosting with us as always, and for producing you do so much behind the scenes, and we support you 1,000%.
Absolutely.
So you keep our wheels turning. So thank you so much.
It's all fun. It's all for a good cause. Everyone's throwing their emojis. Everyone's having fun. It's been a really great Friday. I'm really excited. I hope everyone had a great time.
Yeah, and thanks to all the viewers today. This is great.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much, guys.
Yes, give. Continue to give.
Absolutely.
No strings attached. All right, we're going to close out the show.
Perfect. Have a great weekend.
All right, here we go.